Hello, everybody, and welcome to Row 60, a Georgia football podcast. My name is Clark Gaines. Joining me today, as always, Adam Thornton.
Boom, baby.
And this is show number 35. Adam, it is unbelievable that we have done 35 episodes.
35, Clark. It's been a fun ride like we've talked about. Exciting times, and hey, the best is yet to come, man. Going in the month of October, big-time SEC football games being played. Going in still number one in the nation.
Yes.
Can't beat it, baby.
Yes.
Can't beat it. I'm excited about this episode, Clark. Got a lot to talk about, and it's going to be fun. Going to be fun and previewing what's to come.
Yeah. Adam, before we get started, we do want to address some really sad news.
Do we?
Yes.
Okay. What is it, Clark?
Our good friend of the show, Mr. Jeff Collins, has been terminated. So we're going to take a quick moment of silence.
All right. Give us 5 seconds, folks.
Thank you. Oh, man.
That's
yes,
tough,
Jeff Collins. He is gone. His time is done.
That's tough, man. It brings a tear to my eye. And I really hate it, too.
Adam, you're actually crying?
He managed to be undefeated in Athens.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. He didn't ever play in Athens. That's right. Oh,
Jeff
my gosh.
never got to come to Sanford Stadium and get the annual tail whooping in Sanford. So, first Tech coach that could say that. He never lost a game in Athens. So, congratulations, Jeff. Tried to get my wife Kelsey to go to the Waffle House with me before this. She's not a big fan of the Waffle House, but you best bet I'll get a Texas bacon patty melt this week sometime in remembrance of that and the 404 culture, Clark. So, we'll see what goes forward. But we had to touch on that first, and I hope our viewers really sit back and reflect on Jeff's time on the flats and in Atlanta, and lift some weights, pump some curls on the sidelines, wherever you're at your local high school football stadium in remembrance.
Yeah, Everybody, Monday next week is going to be National Capris Day in honor of Jeff. Oh, man. So everybody wear your capris next Monday.
Yep.
Adam, speaking of 404, we are 4-0 on the season.
Nice, Clark.
You see how I tied that in?
I love that. Good.
So Dawgs improved to 4-0 after a very sloppy win. We're going to talk about that game here in a little while.
Okay.
We've got some fun facts as usual. Special teams, offense, and defense breakdowns. We're going to be talking about UGA at Mizzou this week, previewing that game, keys to the game, first offensive play. We've got last week's
all the
pick'em.
fun stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
This week's pick'em, and then another game of the week. And is it going to be a good one?
I'm excited. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All
right. One thing, too, we want to shout out Mr. Logan Waldrop.
Yes, sir, brother.
A DGD and a friend of the show for giving us this beautiful signed ball by Kirby Smart himself to Adam and Clark. Adam, I'm very impressed. Kirby left off the E in my name. Being from Clark County, he may be in Oconee. I don't know.
One of the surrounding areas.
Right. Well, Clark County has an E in it, so I'm very impressed.
That is good on Kirby. Always paying attention to the finer details, Clark. That's why he's great. But shout out to one of my good friends, Logan Waldrop, a DGD and a friend of the show, of course. And that's awesome. Means the world to us. Yeah. So our new centerpiece is our personalized sign, Kirby Smart Football. Love it, man.
Yes. Adam, I'm loving your polo right now.
Thank you. I love it, man. I'm excited. Going in big game October.
Yes.
Big month of October. Got to bring out the big game Peach State Pride shirt. I've had this shirt for a while, Clark. I don't know, about 5-6 years now. And it has been a very durable shirt.
It looks brand new.
Great game day shirt, man. And I encourage everybody to go get on PeachStatePride.com. Get your fall apparel, your Georgia apparel, your hat, clothes, everything. Hey, new sweatshirt, sweater coming into the cold weather coming up, man. Go check out our friends at PeachStatePride.com or visit a store near you.
Boom. Love it, Adam. So let's talk about the atmosphere. The weather's starting to change, Adam. It's getting a little bit colder. But, this is the time of the year when Georgia's weather kind of has an identity crisis. Yeah. It can't really figure out, does it want to be hot? Does it want to be cold?
It messes with my sinuses.
Does it?
Yeah, absolutely. Every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, when you wake up, Clark, and it's, a nice 55 degrees outside and you get excited and you come out of the house just fist bumping in the air, just really just shout. I get a good shout in the mornings when I come in. It's nice and cold, so I'm thankful that it's not going to be, that it is not hot outside.
What do you shout at them?
Let's go. Let's go, baby. That's what I kind of just a good fist pump before I get in the truck to go to work when it's nice, brisk air. Now, when it's hot and it's already humid outside and muggy,
don't have that same reaction.
No, not that same energy going into the workday. So anyway, yes, and then when it gets warmer, that swing of temperature, it kind of plays with my sinuses a little bit. Okay. But you'll have that, and I'm not complaining about it because I like cold weather. So let's go. Let's do it.
Adam, I hate to say this, but this is the time of year when I get sick, whether it be COVID or strep throat or something. I'm going to knock on wood.
Well, maybe it won't happen
that doesn't happen.
Maybe not.
But the past few years, I've missed a Georgia game because of that. But anyway. Hey, we had a great day Saturday. Shout out to Biscuit Express, Adam. I got a spicy chicken biscuit there. Really good, per usual. Long line. But
they ran out of ham.
They ran out of ham?
I didn't get a ham biscuit. So I said, I'm just going to wait till we get to the concession stands to get me something. But,
okay.
Yes, we got there a little bit later on in the morning. But, yes, always our traditional biscuit stop going to Sanford for noon kickoff. So, yeah, it was good. It was good. Yeah. Good to be back with the people at the Biscuit Express.
So you skipped the Biscuit Express and you went straight to the concession stands. Adam, give us that weekly concession stands report.
Hit it, Clark. And also, you're going to tune in and kind of give your feedback on your item that you purchased. But, all right, Clark, so I threw it I kind of said I was going to go with the pretzel. About 70 less calories than a hot dog. So I was like, man, give me the pretzel. Give me the pretzel this go around. And, I was thinking I was going to get a salted pretzel, Clark. I didn't get no cheese or peanut butter or anything that you'd add as an extra condiment to put on the pretzel. It was just a plain pretzel.
Sure.
And it was not salted. And it was very dry.
Wait. Hold up, Adam. Before we go any further, do you put peanut butter on pretzels?
Yeah, you can. Absolutely.
I mean, I guess.
Have you never, has nobody ever done that before?
But I'm just talking
about. Is that weird?
No,
at
the concession stands, I've never heard of that.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm just saying that I didn't have any peanut butter put on the pretzel. So therefore, I ate a dry pretzel. And it was very dry, folks. It was very dry. I think it could have been salted. Every pretzel I've got at a county fair, at a ball game, anywhere, it is salted. It's salted. So this particular pretzel was not salted. So therefore, not a good one. Not a good one for the concession stand team.
Now, Adam, you said something Saturday. I asked you how the pretzel was, and give us that analogy that you gave me.
Now, I said, Clark, I looked at you asked me how it was. I mean, just us talking about it. I said it's dry and kind of got a leathery texture like a 65-year-old woman from Pensacola who smokes a pack of Pall Malls a day's skin.
Oh, man.
So that's kind of what I felt like.
So that's not good, Adam. That doesn't
when I say just somebody's grew up at the beach.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mean any ill will towards
No.
I mean it. It is,
but we get the analogy
with what that pretzel was. So yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Well, Adam, I got a Brewster's ice cream. I settled with an ice cream.
Great franchise.
And Adam, I agree.
Brewster's ice cream. But anyway, how was your ice cream?
Yeah, so I went and there was this weird looking picture of this red ice cream, and it caught my eye. So I went up to it, and it was called the Bulldog Red Oreo Ice Cream. And I was thinking, man, you can't go wrong with Oreo ice cream. So ordered it. The ice cream was completely red. And I think what they did was they just dumped a bunch of color dye on it.
Well, what they did, of course, they sacrificed, just for the cosmetics. The cosmetics of it to have red ice cream right there.
Yeah.
For the dogs.
Right. But Adam, it was very subpar, just like the game. I just wasn't impressed.
Like I said, Brewster's is a respectable ice cream brand. I love Brewster's. My wife and I go and get it several times when we're in either Athens or Anderson after we eat over there. So I'm guessing, Clark, really, like I said, they substituted the taste and the quality of the ice cream for the cosmetics, the look appeal, the draw to get I'm going to get a red and black ice cream, Oreo ice cream when I come to Sanford Stadium. So I think that's what that probably
and I think that was
when you take a deeper dive and a look into it. That's probably the reason in there. But yeah, that's not good, Clark. That's not good.
Yeah, and I think that flavor was created specifically for 7-year-old children. But I guess that means me too. So
nice.
Anyway,
nice.
Adam, we've got a lot to discuss about with the game.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. First off, everybody just calm down.
Yeah.
Just calm down. Calm down. We're going to be fine. Everything's fine. You know, I mean, we're still undefeated. We're still the number one team in the nation. We are okay, people. Let's repeat it. Let's everybody repeat it. Everybody in their car, in the gym, wherever you're listening to, on the lawnmower, everybody just repeat after me.
Here we go.
We are okay. All right, we are okay. All right, good. I love it. We are blessed. We are blessed, too. We are blessed. Yes. Everybody needs to have that mindset and that look. Don't hit the panic button. Don't just act like a moron with some of the hot takes that people are throwing out there, man. Mm-hmm. This is still a very good football team. This team had a lot of stuff happen Saturday that is going to pay dividends for their development and what we're going to see what this football team turns into in the back half of the season.
I agree, Adam. We proved on Saturday that we are in fact human.
Yeah,
man. We're not machines.
I mean, Clark, this is a high noon kickoff. Mm-hmm. We talk about high noon kickoffs, Clark, against a MAC team. A very good MAC team. But hey, first and foremost, guys, let's not take away any credit to Sean Lewis and his coaching staff's job. I mean, we got to give Kent State and Sean Lewis a hand, man. He really put on a clinic out there coaching. I'd say out-coached Kirby Smart. I absolutely did. Yeah, I think he did. I think he did for what the talent that he had. He did a very impressive job, I thought, and those boys played hard. They were well prepared, and they were ready to go. So first and foremost, Clark, when you talk about this game, the first thing you mention is how well Kent State played and how prepared they were with their game plan and how their guys did, man. And you cannot take anything away from the Kent State Golden Flashes on what they did in Sanford Stadium on Saturday. So I think Sean Lewis will be a guy, Clark, that we haven't heard the last from. I think he'll get a big-time head coaching job. But anyway, what I was saying, though, these guys are 18, 22 years old, Clark. The focus just wasn't there, man. If these high noon games, you know, it's just hard to keep getting up after a big road trip last week against the SEC opponent. Got another SEC road trip the upcoming week. It's just tough, man. It's tough. And I think as fans, especially older fans like us who are in our late 20s, opposed to our early 20s,
sure,
we kind of forget, Clark, that, you know, these guys might tend to lose focus every now and then, you know. So, but still, nonetheless, Clark, like you said, I think it was a very, very just sloppy effort, sloppy performance, but a lot of learning opportunities that we need to dive into and talk about.
Absolutely, Adam. I think we may have fed into the rat poison a little bit, and the players may have consumed some. And Adam, let's take a look at this beautiful artwork here.
Yeah, I love that. That is the toxic symbol that you see on the side of rat poison or any pesticides or whatever like that.
Okay, yeah.
So I would definitely say that I copied it off of what I saw, and that
was really good
in my drawing right there. So that is what that is for. But yes, Clark, go ahead and explain the rat poison analogy for folks who don't understand why we have rat bait and rat traps and everything on our table as a prop.
Nick Saban, back in the day, I don't remember when it kind of first came about, but essentially he was saying that, you know, all this media loving his team and giving them compliments and being, pumping them up. Right. Was the equivalent of rat poison, of consuming rat poison that will kill you. It's not good for you. And so Kirby Smart has taken that to Georgia, I'm sure. He doesn't use that in press conferences as much as Saban does. But
like a rat will eat some rat bait, think it's good, get full on it, but it winds up killing them. Exactly. Right. So this is a thing that you could tell. I think, Clark, we talked about it before this game on Saturday. Now, me and you, of course, are homers. We don't deny that. And we're just a fan podcast, and we pump up this team. We pump it up. We're going to continue to pump it up because that's what we do, right? But the national pundits, the guys who make big money to be in the to write about the college football, to talk about college football on the daily, man, there was some stuff that was being said about Georgia football that you were like, oh my God. Even as a fan, you didn't want your head to just swell up, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy, the talk coming in to this game of is Georgia the new Alabama. They're the key, you know, and this program's in a great spot. Absolutely is, guys. But right now, man, it's kind of like maybe we need to pump the brakes a little bit on some things, even though I do think this team is still the best team in the country right now. I agree, but kind of get a refocus, man. And I think that's what Saturday did. And as crazy as it sounds, Clark, I think it's a good thing. I think it is a good thing for everything to do with this program of what happened on Saturday and going forward. I think there's going to be a more of a focus. And so, that's what I think, man.
And it's good that we got this out of our system now, as opposed to on the road at Missouri or even at home against Tennessee or on the road against Florida and Jacksonville. So we got this game out of the way, and you're right, Adam. I think we can take a bad situation that was Saturday and turn it into a good one and use it as motivation and learn from it.
Learn from it, man. A lot of young guys played. I mean, Clark, we talked about this, man. We talked about this from the very beginning before they even teed it up in Mercedes-Benz Stadium against Oregon. This is a young football team, and they're going to keep getting better. Where these young guys have been plugged in at to replace some of the guys who left last year, leaders are going to develop more every week. Guys are going to get more reps, get more experience, and just get better and better each week, Clark. And that's something that we've talked about, and we got to keep in mind that's where we're at and where we will continue to go each week, Clark. And by the time that really our schedule just sets up great, man. The month of October is great, and as far as just SEC games coming up, but these guys will be dialed in and even better, though, when really that late October, November month hits that everybody can just, we'll go ahead and admit it. That you talk about it's going to be the big part in the media schedule.
Yeah. In other news, Javon Bullard, man, he got arrested. We hate that for him. Just a poor decision, and young kid. And so anyway, how is that going to kind of affect us moving forward? Because he was playing a big role.
Yeah, man. I kind of think, I don't know. Obviously, I have no clue what the disciplinary stuff is inside Bucksmere. I have no clue. But I think he will probably be suspended. I don't know if he'll be suspended. Who knows? But maybe a game or two, and you'll see him back. But hopefully, something that he can learn from, man. Like we talked about, these young kids, and they make mistakes, and hopefully it's something that he can learn from, be thankful that it wasn't as bad as, could have been. And, we'll see, man. I mean, hopefully, like I said, more importantly than anything, that it's just a big learning lesson there.
Yes. Adam, my buddy Will Matthews, he said, if Georgia plays bad, Gaines wants the kids to be locked up in Bucksmere until they start playing good again. Because I said after that situation with Javon, I said, they really had no reason to be celebrating last night, after that game. But anyway, so a few fun facts right quick. Brock Bowers, Adam, and this was from ESPN. Yeah. This is where I get a lot of my information. ESPN. We don't like ESPN.
Right. But
we have to tolerate them.
Yeah, we do. We do.
So anyway,
they're kind of the, they've kind of dominated everything.
Yeah,
about
the monopoly.
Even though we are the anti-ESPN, anyway,
you got to respect them at least. It's like Alabama. We don't like Alabama, but you at least respect.
Right.
Anyway, Brock Bowers, first SEC tight end in 25 seasons with 50 rushing yards and 50 receiving yards in a game. That's insane.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. They got a bulk of that, of course, on his second play from scrimmage there. The jet sweep there, reverse to him, and he just turned the corner and it's amazing to see how he just dusts players in the second and third level, Clark.
Yeah.
I mean, watching him run is it's something phenomenal. It is definitely a generational type player, a guy who always gets off the bus, man, and just thankful for him,
Adam, I got to ask you this. Is there a chance we see Stetson and Brock?
You could, man. We'll see. Definitely guys who are playing deserving up to it, man. And when's the last time you heard of a tight end in the conversation for Heisman? I don't know, but the way he is utilized in this offense, and just the player he is, for what you look at, I know the Heisman Trophy has turned into a quarterback award, Clark. Yep. But if you talk about truly the most impactful, dominant player, and the most dominant as his position and how he's used and utilized in the offense, absolutely. If you're actually going to go back to the purity of what I think the award was created for, and not just the stats of a quarterback, but for truly the best all-around player, you got to put Brock Bowers in that conversation.
And you made a bold statement. You said that Brock Bowers – did you say will or should be or could be the second best player in Georgia football?
Absolutely. And I definitely will stand behind that. I think that he is that impactful with the ball in his hands. And man, we're not even through the halfway point of his sophomore year. I mean, it's a guy, and we all know what he did last year when we're just a third of the way done with the season this year. And a sophomore campaign definitely got to come back for one more. So by the time he leaves Athens, absolutely, I think he's up there right behind Herschel Walker as the best player ever wear the red and black, and I don't think that's a far-fetched statement. I really don't. So, that's cool.
That's cool to see because we never obviously got to see Herschel play. The last time we gave up 22 points or more in Sanford Stadium was Mississippi State in 2020. I almost forgot about that game. That happened.
Yep.
I think that's when JT.
Yeah, that was JT's
Jermaine
coming out party. Yeah, blackout that night, COVID game. Very cold night, Clark. And Mississippi State with Will Rogers just dinked and dimed us down the field, just short passes and really gave us some fits that night, if I remember correctly.
Yep. Kent State also scored more points in one half than 3 of our previous opponents combined, one of those teams being USC Junior. I mean, look, they played us tough. They weren't scared of us. They were ready to go, and they came in with a great game plan. Adam, you said it time and time again. Saturday, you said that this was a very well-coached football team, Kent State. So,
yes.
And hats off to them. Adam, let's go ahead and jump right into special teams. We're going to start special.
All right. I like it. No. I like it.
We're going to switch it up on the people a little bit.
Let them know how you jinxed us last week.
Yes. Well, I thought I had a dream about Ladd muffing a punt, but maybe I was seeing into the future. Maybe it was a revelation. But Ladd did muff that punt. God bless him. He had just a tough game, man. I mean, it just really didn't seem to be his day, and that's okay. Every dog has his day.
Yeah, man. It's a tough time. I mean, everybody has a bad day. Everybody has a bad day at the office, at the workplace, man, and we don't see it, and we're not nationally televised when we have it happen to us, But Ladd is a guy, I think if there's one of the guys that I think that I trust the most to just put that behind him, bury it, move on the next day is Ladd McConkey, Clark. And we saw in the second half they kept feeding him, and he played better. And he will play great in Missouri next week. But everybody just has some off days, something not there. But yes, definitely not the start that he would have wanted to have, especially in that first half last Saturday against Kent State for sure.
And you brought up a good point, Adam. You said during the game that changed the tone of the game.
Yeah. I mean, Clark, I've talked about it. I've talked about how I hate a punt. I mean, obviously, you love stopping. You love stopping an offense and getting the ball back, right, Clark?
Yes.
But it can demoralize you when you muff that punt, man. I can just, I have nightmares about Georgia returners just letting it go through their hands and just bouncing off their shoulder pads and just going 10 yards, deflecting 10 yards in front of them, and the punt team just recovers it, And what I think about it, and what I told you, Clark, hey, man, you score on the second play of the game with Brock Bowers, and you get them, they punt, and you get the ball, man, and what if you march downfield, make it 14-0, there's still just 10 minutes left in the first quarter.
Right. That's a different ball game.
It changes the tone of it, man, and then instead they get it right there. The defense holds a great job by them, and it's 7-3 with the field goal right there, and kind of changes the whole tone and kind of feel the game right there, Clark,
Sure.
I feel like.
Sure.
So,
yeah, that's a good point.
It definitely can swing it, of course, and more situations too, obviously, critical times in the game than that, but nonetheless, Clark, that is an example of what it could do.
Yeah. And in Ladd's defense, I mean, he was looking straight at the sun.
He was, absolutely.
But hopefully he doesn't have the yips.
Yep.
That's one of your favorite words.
The yips. But no, he did fine the second half, man, and he'll be great going forward. It's just, hey, one of them freak things, man, that just happens with folks. So.
Jackpot was 3 of 3 for field goals.
Yeah.
Great on him.
I think he struck the ball well, Clark.
He did.
Got some good rotation on the ball.
Really?
I really think that he struck the ball well. Kind of the technique, I felt like,
was good.
I felt like it was good. I felt like he really hit some solid balls on his field goal attempts, man. I really think it just a good strike.
Yes.
Just a good strike.
I wonder if Kevin Butler's still out there. I don't know.
I don't think he is.
No. Now, Kirby, this is an interesting story. Well, let's just talk about this right quick.
Okay.
Kirby brought in Kevin Butler, but he didn't have, was it enough positions on staff to bring him on full time? Was that
I think he was actually at school at the time, and he was just a GA, grad assistant.
Yeah,
he was actually going back for school. I think at that point in time, this was 5-6 years ago. I think so. At the early part of his tenure, but a Pod, man. You heard some rumors kind of camp beginning of the season that he might have had the yips a little bit, Clark, but it seems like he's doing good, man. Been a solid kicker for us, so good on Jack Pod. Feel really good about him whenever you trot him out there.
Yeah, didn't have to punt, which was really surprising.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't think we tried it out.
That's crazy. That's crazy when you think about that game. And I mean, what that we're like, oh man, it didn't really go. But the offense never had to punt.
No.
I mean, obviously, you don't want to turn the ball over. Coach Jim Donnan said that that you want every drive to end with a kick of some sort, a punt, of course, or a PAT or a field goal.
Right.
But hey, man, I mean, that's good. That's good. So you eliminate them turnovers and wild turnovers. The offense still looked elite, without a doubt.
Absolutely. Speaking of the offense, Stetson, man, he threw his first interception of the year. I was hoping it wouldn't ever come this season, but man, he just tried to force one. And then Ladd also fumbled the ball, and then including that one on special teams. So that makes 3 turnovers. Adam, when you have 3 turnovers in a game,
oh, yeah.
you're going to struggle
well,
a bit.
It's tough to keep putting your defense out there as good as Georgia defense is. And the bend but don't break scenarios. I mean, you're going to break when you just keep turning the ball over like that, especially in a short amount of time that Georgia did right there. One thing I think with Stetson, he definitely looked better in the second half, Clark, more in sync and rhythm. But one thing that Sean Lewis's staff, Kent State staff, they ran a 3-3-5 defense. It was 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, 3 linebackers and 5 DBs, Clark. And kind of had that shell look with those 5 DBs. Keeping everything in front of them and kind of did some disguised coverages. And a 3-3-5 defense, Clark, as you know, is one that you do not see in the SEC on a weekly basis. You probably won't see it the rest of the year. And you might see some people try to mimic it after what they saw Kent State kind of do a little bit. But once Stetson settled in. But what I think, Clark, what my point is I feel like there were some times where Stetson was holding on the ball a little bit longer and his reads weren't as fast as they have been all year. And kind of was some confusion with some alignment there and how with the 5 DBs on the field at all times and kind of the disguise and coverages that they made that I think like that Rosamond Jack Saint ball to him that resulted in the interception. Kind of, you can just tell I don't think it was at his most comfort level right there early on until he kind of got dialed into it. And I attribute that to Kent State's defense, man, and that alignment. It was that was something, and we it's like they were daring us just to run the football on us when you're doing that. And I think they had a good game plan and something that Stetson just kind of had to get adjusted to and get a feel for.
Yeah, and he did adjust.
Yes, he did.
We had, and once again, it's crazy to think about it this way, but we had 529 total yards.
Oh yeah, that's insane, man.
So
that is insane. This offense is it's elite.
Yeah,
it is elite.
Despite not playing our best, I mean that's really good.
Absolutely.
Putting 500, I don't care who it is.
Absolutely.
But man, Kent State, they're still an FBS team, albeit a MAC team.
Yeah, I mean, MAC team who could win the MAC. They
really could.
But yeah, great coach football team Kent State is, and but a good wake up call for our guys, Clark.
Sure.
But yeah, hey, the offense, those numbers, man, they're good. You eliminate those turnovers, Clark. This team scores over 50 points.
Yeah,
I mean they score over 50 points on Kent State. So, but hey, yeah, you got to eliminate that. But like you said, Clark, hopefully this is time that you get it out of your system. You get it out of your system. So,
well, I think the offensive line too, Adam, had a great game as far as pass blocking. I thought Stetson had a great amount of time at each play. He dropped back to pass to throw the ball. His clean pocket. Not a lot. I don't even know if we had. Did they sack us once?
I think there was one time there was. Maybe. Yeah. And I think that kind of goes back to kind of Stetson holding on the ball, confused with some coverages there. I think that was early on in the game. If I recall, maybe not, but that's what I think there was one, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Man, like we mentioned earlier, Ladd, he did have a tough day. Dropped a pass or two, but he made an incredible catch. And I'm going to say something.
In the second half,
Stetson
after all that.
threw a beautifully thrown ball. I mean, it was just floated right over. I don't know if it's a safety or a corner, but either way, just floated over. Stetson has got some really good touch on the ball. He made a great pass to Darnell. Darnell adjusted to one. So it's fun watching these guys play. And, man, we did this all without A.D. Mitchell. Adam, do we have any update on him?
I think, man, I think a lot of people that you hear chatter that he looked good on the sidelines the other day. He was dressed out, or I believe he was dressed out. I never saw him, but I heard they looked good on the sidelines and probably could have gone if he was needed, but felt like he wasn't needed. And I don't know if he'll be back from Missouri with Kirby Smart and his injury report statuses. I have no clue. I have no clue. Like with Kenny McIntosh, we found out he was hurt during the game, and I don't know any stats on that either. I mean, shoot. It'll be interesting to see, but I think AD will be back in the next week or two. Could see him in Columbia, Missouri next week. And hey, Clark, an even bigger surprise is Arian Smith, the guy we thought that was done for the year, is apparently just amazing, and his ankle development, getting it back in line and game speed.
Good.
We could see some Arian Smith here, and that's something we need, man. Is AD Mitchell and Arian Smith, the guy who can stretch the field out. This offense needs that weapon that can do that, Clark. Clark, and get behind that third level in a hurry. And I think the receiving core will be a whole lot better when you get those guys back.
I agree.
And the offense in general as a whole, who is already just deadly right now. But hopefully those guys can come back and get healthy, and hopefully Kenny McIntosh can heal quick, and we can get him back in a hurry as well.
Yeah. Dejon Edwards had a great game, Adam, and we've been saying this for a couple weeks now. I mean, this kid runs hard.
He runs hard.
He hits the hole.
He does.
And look, he is undersized.
Yeah.
But he has a very low center of gravity and can just shift and make moves and break through tackles. I mean, strong kid. And hopefully we'll get to see more of them here in the future.
Yeah, Clark, I mean, this guy is somebody who we talk about it in garbage time. He would come in and he'd be running like his hair was on fire. Yeah, man, this kid is special. I love old DeJuan Edwards, man. DeJuan, a guy that you really pull for. And I think a guy, Clark, who's I think will continue to get more carries as the season goes along, especially with Kenny Mack kind of dinged up right now. I think he'll be the guy who will tote a lot of the load. Let's just address it, man. Kendall Milton, I think he's a guy who's got a lot of ridicule here, and you can say deserved or not. I really, Clark, yet do not want to get on that bandwagon and that train of ridiculing him until we know he's 100% healthy.
Yeah,
I mean, a guy who is aggravated with a hamstring injury in all of sports, baseball, football, basketball, anything, or in life, Clark. In life, if you have a hamstring injury, you're not going to be at your best, you know? And especially that's something to really overcome and then get back to trusting, going, especially at the running back position, making cuts and trusting yourself with that. So until I know, and I don't know if I ever really will know, that he is back 100%, man, a guy who's been banged up for a while, I'm not going to just say, talk about like some of the chatter you hear out here there about him. I mean, we think maybe he makes some unfortunate cuts that cuts back into some traffic and not reading the field well, not breaking enough tackles or whatever. But I do believe, Clark, I will just say I think DeJon Edwards should get the majority of the carries going forward, especially with McIntosh out.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Man, we had 257 rushing yards. 75 of those came from the one play from Brock.
And let me say this too, Clark. The offensive line. I think we got some guys, definitely got some talent on the offensive line.
Yeah.
No, without a doubt. Pass pro. I think we got guys who are really good at pass pro, and I think we got guys who are really good at run blocking, Clark. And I think but I'm saying they're not the same guys who are good at both of them. I think some of these guys that are plugged in there are great pass blockers, good in pass pro, but not necessarily the best run blockers, and vice versa.
I see that, yeah.
So you wish you could combine these guys and get all on with that. But so I guess what I'm trying to say is I think going forward and into October, when we really hit SEC play every single week, you'll see less of a rotation on the offensive line. I think you'll see some guys that are plugged and playing that might necessarily in the rotation right now is just kind of rotating. And I think we'll gel a little bit better on the offensive line. And you'll see that come to fruition this next month. And I think same thing with the receivers. You won't see as many guys rotating. I think kind of it's into September now, going into October and more of the SEC play. You're going to see some guys get more and more playing time and stay on the field longer. Going off of where they've been the first month of the season and in practice and everything. And one thing I would kind of keep an eye on the offensive line. It might not be the line that we've talked about that we've seen all year. Some guys get more playing time than others, and hopefully plug and play and get some guys in the right spots, Clark. I feel really good about it. But, I mean, golly, Clark, they rushed for how many yards Saturday?
We rushed for 257. Once again, 75 of those came from
but still, that's good. I mean, really, a lot of complaints about between the tackles. We've talked about it, man. Still not worried yet about it, but hey, you want to see it kind of improve, and it will. I have faith that the right guys will be in there, and we'll see this improve. And when we need it, we'll be able to run the football. But I mean, I still there's just no reason to complain about this offense whatsoever, Clark. I mean, you have to be crazy, Clark. You have to or either just been watching Georgia football for a year to complain about freaking offense, man.
Yeah.
This offense is the most dynamic we have seen, I think, since I've been watching Georgia football. Yeah. Absolutely. So no, I'm not going to complain about anything with it.
Yeah.
God, get out of here with that. Get out of here with any negativity about this team right now, man.
Yeah.
I mean, what the world? These are the type of people who are complaining right now, Clark, are the type of people that just, they complain about just anything. They complain about going to I don't know. They just complain about everything. Complain about their order. Every single order they get from the drive-through window at Wendy's, they complain about how their burger's cooked, man. Instead of just being thankful to have food on your table.
Oh, I like it.
That's the best I could come up with. I really tried to think of something good.
I was waiting for something juicy.
I could come up with. But anyway, go ahead.
Man, yeah, you're right though. You're right. We need to pump the brakes. And Adam, I think we're just a very spoiled fan base, and
we are.
You know, after all the success we've had, and Chris Johnson, my buddy, I always mention him. He's a big Miami fan. He always says
Blue Raiders, Middle Tennessee State.
Yeah. There's a little shot at Chris. Anyway, Chris always says to me, he says, "Man, y'all are just spoiled," and I think he's right. You know, we have been spoiled the past few years, and I think this is kind of a humbling experience to have played a close game, an interesting game against Kent State, the Golden Flash.
That's right.
All right, Adam, Georgia's defense.
The D, baby.
You know, it was a pretty good performance. I think we were gassed this game. I mean, once again, they were out there a lot, and they played a lot of snaps. They nickeled and dimed us down the field. Kent State, shout out to them. Yeah. They did a good job of playing and taking what we gave them on defense. So
I agree, Clark. One thing again, everybody's, the pass rush, the push, not getting to the quarterback enough. Well, Clark, so these offenses, man, they're not allowing you to get to the quarterback. They're quick passes to the perimeter. Now, where I would say the defense needs to improve, in my very amateur opinion, and eyes just in the stands, just looking down with my low football IQ, is I think we got to get better on the perimeter, Clark, and getting off blocks, corners getting off blocks. A lot of young guys, though, out there, man, and get better leverage. Get better leverage, Clark. And I think that's something that comes in time when you're watching, when you're getting up the game speed and getting there. And that's great coaching opportunity. A lot of good coaching opportunity on this game film, man, especially with these guys. I think one time that the first touchdown they got was on that one little outside screen pass, bad leverage on it. And, you know, that goes back to our eye discipline, Clark.
Yeah, that's true. You know, and you got Kamari Laster. He had somebody blocking him really well. Couldn't get off that block. Well, he lost outside contain there on the sideline. Chris Smith, he took let's admit it, a bad angle.
Bad angles, man. Bad angles get you a lot in life, man. Bad angles will really, really, really hurt you.
Yes. Especially when you're building a house, right?
That's right. Yeah, a lot of things. Like bad angles will hurt you, but especially in the secondary when you're trying to get somebody who has got past the second level. Clark. I mean, again, these are guys, Clark, that are young. They're going to keep growing, and I think too, Clark. One thing again, if you want to point out a negative on the defense side of the football, I think it was the worst tackling we've seen all year.
It was bad,
and I don't know about that. You just have some off time, but hey, I'm going to point out a positive, Clark. Inside linebacker play, Clark. Give me big Jamin Doom. Let's all go down to Dumas Walker. Let's all go down to Dumas Walker. Jamin Dumas Walker Johnson. Yeah.
Adam, I'm not even kidding you. The other day when he made a sack, I'm 100% certain. Brett, help me out with his name, the PA announcer's name.
Brooke Whitmire.
Brooke Whitmire, yes, always. Anyway, he said Jamin Dumas Walker. I'm so
he needs to change his name to that. But anyway,
I agree.
But yeah. So a guy who Clark, I thought was very solid, man. All the inside linebacker play that they're getting better and better each week. I feel like they're doing good. That's really a position I really thought you'd see a lot of small-minded these guys, Tressman, Marshall coming out. That you see a big drop off at. But hey. You know, I think they're doing pretty good, Clark. I really like where they're at. I thought the inside linebacker play was good yesterday to me. 2 career sacks.
His first 2, Jamon Dumas Johnson, shout out to him. Adam, I will say Jalen Carter's absence, I think, made a difference in this game.
If you go back and watch our preview show, Clark, or one of those shows at the beginning of the season, we talked about the difference in the defensive line, Clark. When 88's on the field and when they're not on the field. When 88's on the field, you don't see a huge drop-off from last year. You're going to see a drop-off from last year because once in a generation, players were on that line. But when 88's there, it's not that big of a drop. But, hey, they become pretty pedestrian when he's not in the game. But that is because of youth, Clark. That is because of youth and inexperience who are going to get better. Hey, you know, 88's not on the field, but he didn't need to be on the field because we cannot afford to lose him.
Right.
That's the one defensive player to me you can't afford to lose for
maybe the whole
the remainder of the season. Oh, yeah, absolutely. So him and then Michael Williams was a little bit banged up. He didn't get a lot of snaps too, Clark. So those are 2 guys who are studs. You're going to see Barry Alexander. I feel like you're going to see him. We talked about rotations, more guys getting plugged in and staying in on the offensive side of the football, same as the defensive side. I think you're going to see Barry Alexander and his snap counts come up more and see him come into his own. I think he's going to be a guy that's good there, and I think you're going to see Tyrion Ingram's Dawkins. I can't ever pronounce his name. Get in there too. I think those are going to be your main guys, and then Jalen Carter, of course. Hopefully he can stay healthy and keep him on the field, and there'll be a difference. So yeah, I'm not as concerned, Clark, when you think two of our big interior guys really got some limited snaps, man.
Yeah,
and then they're just going to keep getting better every week. I think these young guys that are on the defensive line are going to get more playing time. I think, and you're going to see them ease into it and being the ones.
Sure.
I think I don't know if guys like the Nazir Stackhouses will be. I think they're going to be, their snaps are going to get limited here.
We'll see.
So I don't know.
All right, moving on to next week. Georgia, number 1, by the way. We're still number 1. Lost 4 first place votes. Anyway.
But one thing, let me just
go ahead.
Let me just say one more thing, Clark, about the defense. They are still good. They are still a great defense, man.
Yes.
And just again, I cannot reiterate enough, people. This is a young football team, Clark. This is a real young football team who's going to continue to get better each and every week. And I cannot wait to see when we're doing our podcast at the end of October, what we're talking about with this football team and the defense and the young studs there in particular. But anyway, Clark, go on the next one.
All right, UGA at Mizzou. We're going to the zoo.
M-I-Z.
L-O-S-E.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. That's good.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yes.
But anyway, we're going with it. All right, we're going to Missouri, Missouri, not South Carolina. Columbia, Missouri, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time kickoff, SEC Network.
All right. I like it.
So
Little night game on the road, baby.
We're televised again, so that's good.
I love night games on the road. Well, I don't. They build some character, Clark.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to find out as your team made of. You're going on the SEC in the road, baby.
I know.
On the road, baby. Let's just see what kind of character, where the leadership is, where's the leaders going to be at, they're going to step up and go. I love this football team's. Their attitude Saturday was just so good, Clark, in the sense of you didn't see guys just getting frustrated with one another. That's another thing I forgot to say. Was guys they're all good. Everybody was uplifting some guys, and we were good. I like that. So that's the kind of thing you like, going on the road, night game, 7:30 SEC game.
Yeah,
SEC East game at that.
Yeah. Georgia opens as a 26-point favorite.
Yeah.
Man.
Give it to me. Give me that.
Yeah.
Oh, you dang right.
Give me the Dogs and the points. Absolutely, yeah. We've never lost in Columbia, Missouri, Adam.
Yeah, we had no. We've only got beat by one time. That was a dreadful day in 2013 when our whole team was injured.
Yeah, golly.
In Athens, yep.
That's when they had, what's his name, defensive end, really good player.
Michael Sam.
Yeah, it's Michael Sam. Yeah. Oh, that was a crazy day. Yeah. But anyway, we're 8-1 on the series. The Dogs, once again, have never lost in Missouri. Came close in 16. But Jacob Eason to Isaiah McKenzie, that was a great play.
Yep.
Oh, man. It's a fun win.
Yep.
And then, we've had several different experiences there. Adam, have you had a moment in Columbia, Missouri where you were like, man, this is just a good time?
Man, I've been to Columbia, Missouri the first time in 12, when it was the first time we went out there, first year in the SEC.
Oh, yeah.
Went in 12, 14, 16 and 18. So I've been out there 4 times. But all 4 great memorable games, Clark. I think my favorite was the first one going out there. The excitement. It was their first game in the SEC, Georgia and Missouri. I think it was week 2. I remember, Clark, we got off the airplane and we actually flew into the airport in Columbia, Missouri. I don't even know if that thing's still open anymore. But anyway, Missouri fans were there meeting us off the plane and gave us little chocolate pieces that were the state of Missouri.
Really?
Just very hospitable.
Wow. Yeah.
Just like, golly, just give them a few years in the SEC. That'll change. But no, nice fan base then. And 14, we beat the dog breaks off of them.
The dog breaks. That's going to be a new term right there. That's going on the shirt next year.
Beat the brakes out of them. Yeah. Don't mess. Whatever one you want to use. Beat the mess out of them. And in a game we really didn't think we could win because they won the East that year. They were defending East champions. And that was the week of the Todd Gurley saga when we were missing him through those antics and whatnot. So that was a surprising big blowout win. 16 you alluded to, Clark. 18 was a big win out there too. And then 20 was not at that one, but that was a weird game in December, Clark. In December.
After that,
because it had to be rescheduled because of COVID. So after that, it was just odd, but Georgia went up there and beat the brakes off of them up there too. So, man, we got a good history up there in Columbia, Missouri, and I don't think I see anything changing.
Yeah, Missouri comes into this game 2-2 with wins over Louisiana Tech and Abilene Christian. Is that how you say that?
Yeah, Abilene Christian.
And losses to Kansas State, who actually might not be a bad football team.
They got the doors just blown off.
Yes,
just blown off
Missouri
by
yes.
Kansas State.
Yeah.
Like 40-12.
Yep. And Auburn had a heartbreaking loss. Oh, man, we may talk about that game a little
bit. Yeah.
But anyway, so Missouri's 2-2. They're about to be 2-3, Adam. Mizzou is averaging 28 points per game coming into this game.
Wow.
And allowing an average of 24.5 points.
Really?
Per game.
Oh, benign. How about that?
Not looking good for the Tigers.
No.
Their quarterback is Brady Cook, who has 805 passing yards thus far with 4 picks. 4. So that's one a game on average. And chances are we're going to get one. I'm going to go ahead and call it. Malachi Starks is going to get another one on the season.
I like it.
Why not? Hey, we're getting 2 actually.
There we go.
Him and Christopher Smith.
There we go.
And maybe even 3. Maybe Keely Ringo is going to get. You know what? I'm just going to go push all the chips in the middle. I'm going to say 3 picks by the Dogs. Give me Starks, Smith, and Ringo.
Okay. All right. I can see it.
They have their leading receiver is number 7, Dominic Lovett. He's got lots of speed. Got to slow him down. That's pretty much my analysis right there. But other than that, we shouldn't have any trouble.
I like it, Clark. I like it. You get Coach Drink, Coach Eli. I like Eli Drinkwitz. I think that's his name, but he spells it weird, man. Like, spell your name E-L-I. Like, what's Mr. Drinkwitz think? No, what's Mr. Drinkwitz thinking? Spelling his name E-L-I-A-H.
I wonder what his
where's the A-H come from, Clark and Eli? Like, who has a silent A-H in their name?
Like his name's Elijah, right?
Eli Drinkwitz. I don't think it's Elijah. Is it Elijah Drinkwitz?
I have no idea.
I think it might be Elijah.
We may have been saying it wrong the whole time.
Eli Drinkwitz. I don't know. Anyway, Coach Drink, he says shoot or shoot, right, Clark?
Yes.
Do you remember that when
yes,
he got Big Luther Burden, who has to be thinking right now, why am I not in Athens, Georgia? But hey, whatever, man. I think after that video, I think our guys kind of remember that a little bit. I think Coach Drink, whatever his name is, Eli, is in for a very rough
rude awakening
Saturday night. Yes, especially after losing to Coach Brian Harsin, who is kind of in Jeff Collins territory right now.
It's not good. You don't want to tread that
going back down that same path too, especially losing to Harsin in the manner they lost to. So I don't know. I think it's going to be a fun night for being a Georgia Bulldog fan. Watching them in Columbia, Missouri.
Yeah. Adam, we're not going. I'm going to be filming a wedding, but what are you going to be doing?
Oh, man, I tell you what, Clark. This is going to be the first game that I haven't been to since we started this podcast.
Oh, no. Are you serious?
It's tough.
Yeah,
Clark. It's tough, but, you got to make a grown-up decision, man.
True.
I can't, I have a newborn. I'm lucky to go to the ones I get to go to, but need to save some money in my pocket, not go out there and then and do that kind of thing then. So I'm not going back to Missouri. That is a long ride out there, at least not right now. So what I'm doing Saturday, you're filming a wedding, Clark. I'm going to start the morning off before football gets cranked up, going to a farm equipment auction.
Oh,
and I enjoy going to an auction. It's always fun. You get to interact with folks. Like if you know somebody there, you go up to them. If you're with somebody and you see them there, and you go, "Hey, that's the guy we need to talk to. That's the man with the money right there." That's kind of the the thing. You go up to them and then kind of friendly banner, that kind of thing. And then you go up to the auction, the items. It's a great adrenaline rush. Auctions are great adrenaline rushes, Clark. So you go up to the piece of equipment that you think of, and you might not know the guy, but you strike up some friendly conversations.
Sure.
You think that thing will go for X amount, or he said, "Oh no, way more than that." And I said, so I mean, it's just you get a lot of friendly banner at auction. I don't need to be spending no money on equipment. I usually go for the banner, the fellowship.
The fellowship. There you go.
Just for a little bit, because then I got to go, start my college football game.
There you go.
But yeah,
Adam, it seems like there's going to be a lot of down to earth, salt of the earth kind of people. At
absolutely.
auction.
That really don't care about football games.
Really?
No, some of them do. Some of them do. But yeah, there will be. But it'll be a good time. Just seeing what's out there, and talking to the common man.
Yes, as long as you're back by noon, that's all
right.
that matters. So.
That's right. So.
All right. Keys to the game for Missouri, and I have a few. Run the football effectively. I think we need to be able to do that.
It would be nice.
Yeah. Get 6 to 8 yards of carry. I think that would be perfect.
Right.
Don't get in third and long situations. Adam, I think one of the best things we've done thus far is limit ourselves to those situations. We've gotten third and manageable very, very many times.
Yes.
And we know the play, and we get up and run the play on third down a lot. Watch it. And we convert.
Yeah.
So we got to keep doing that. Finish in the red zone. That's another thing.
agree.
Why in the world can we not finish in the red zone against teams like Samford and Kent State? I have no idea. That baffles me. It doesn't make any sense.
It is wild, man. But if it had to be, if it has to, I mean, hey, if it had to play out like it is now, I'm fine with it. I'd rather it play out against them and then play against Oregon and South Carolina like we have. I don't know, man. It is crazy, but I agree. I agree with that.
And then stay in position defensively and make tackles.
Yes.
That's about it.
Love it, Clark. Yeah. Love it, man. Be Georgia. That's what I say. Be Georgia,
I like that.
Be who you is. Be who you is what the motto is.
Okay. That's it going forward. Be who you
is who you is, and Georgia is elite, Clark.
We need to put
is elite, and they need to act like that in Columbia, Missouri. Just go play your game, man. These guys are going to be loose. They're going to be focused, and they're going to go in there with their hair on fire, Clark. And I expect it to get ugly for the Missouri Tigers Saturday night, Clark. So, like you said, Clark, just play good, disciplined football, man. Just be focused. Limit mistakes, Clark. Like you said, man, don't get in third and long situations. Keep advancing the football. Get off the field on third down for the defense, and capitalize in the red zone and force some turnovers, cause some havoc, baby, and you're going to be all right, Clark. You're going to be all right, man. So I expect a big game, and man, the schedule sets up good. Missouri, then Auburn, and then Vanderbilt. So a nice 3-game slate that should be some impressive football being played by the Dawgs. But hey, any given Saturday, we talk about that every episode. So they got to come out focused, man. It's SEC football under the lights, prime time Saturday night. Number 1 team in the nation, Missouri and Columbia, and all those places up there are going to get fired up in Missouri, man. I guarantee you that they're getting out of the cornfield. They don't harvest some corn up there, and they're going to get fired up to come to this game against and see their team play against the Georgia Bulldogs, man, and really hoping for the life generational upset. I mean, fathers are talking to their sons, Clark, this week talking about, is this the time we're going to see Missouri knock off a number 1 team at Farrot Field, whatever it's called, Faurot Field. But they're getting jacked. They're getting jacked, man. This is, I mean, the Friday, they're going to, a lot of RVs going to be coming down to Columbia, Missouri on Thursday and Friday afternoons. Really get a good family involved, man, and really try to get hyped up that for the upset, Clark. But this is what you do when you're Georgia. You just go in there and you steamroll them, man. You let them know that dream is done after the first quarter, baby, and they're packing up and they're going back home.
And they're going to pick some corn.
Yeah, but I've probably already done with it. I don't know. It might be what.
Wait a minute. Do they grow a lot of corn in Missouri?
Yeah, they grow. Yes,
well, I mean, I know they grow corn out in the Midwest.
Yes,
but like,
more soybeans, corn.
Okay,
I mean, so and then there's some cattle operations there and everything. I mean, it's a good agriculture
Man, we need to start breaking down.
But it's each state. I mean,
their agriculture.
A lot of wheat, corn, everything up there. Missouri, soybeans and whatnot. Then so yeah.
Well. Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
First play from offensive scrimmage, Adam. What do you got this week?
All right. First offensive play from scrimmage, Clark. I'm going to go with a shoot, man. I'm going to go. They're going to reward old Juwan Edwards, baby. They're going to put number 30 up at the backfield. Okay. Let's go with the draw off tackle to Juwan Edwards to start the game Saturday evening. Yes,
I like that. I like that. Adam, I'm going to go with like a bubble screen release. Release. So Brock Bowers going to act like he's going to block. It's going to be, it's going to be Darnell. Yep. It's going to be Brock. It's going to be Ladd. Trips to the right. And we're going to fake the bubble screen to Ladd. Okay. And then Brock is going to act like he's going to block, and he's going to take off.
I like it.
We're going to hit a deep shot.
Oh, I love it.
That just seems right.
Go for the heart. Go for the heart from the beginning. I like
Probably
it.
Probably not going to even line up in that, but whatever. We're going to roll.
Love that.
Oh, man. Okay, last week's Pick'em. We had some good games, Adam. Some shockingly good games. Clemson at Wake Forest.
I missed every one of them.
No, you got one right. You got one right.
That's right.
Let's start with Clemson at Wake Forest. This game was sneaky good, sneaky close.
Hey.
And we almost called the upset.
We did, Clark. I mean, great day right there. Great game. Good ACC noon action in Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Oh, man.
Good on DJ Uyunglele, baby. 5 touchdown passes coming on to his own, leading the Clemson Tigers with a big road win in a hostile environment at Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Give DJ Uyunglele a hand, Clark.
I'm not going to.
I mean, just wonderful.
Clemson.
That's the thing right there is when you win double overtime games in Wake Forest, that's what national championship teams are made of right there.
Oh, yeah.
Heisman moment for DJ Uyunglele.
I can't tell if we're being sarcastic. Yes. I kind of called on there towards the end, but yes. I tell you, Clemson's going to have a tough game this upcoming week. We're going to talk about this one because this one's in our pick'em, but Clemson, hey, they stay undefeated.
They do.
Congrats to them, I guess. Another team that's undefeated for the first time in a while since 2016 is Tennessee.
It's just not good for America.
Yeah, when Tennessee's not,
It's just not good for America.
Yeah, that's true.
There's nothing good about it. When they, golly, when all them people up there in Tennessee get fired up about football and thinking it's 1998 again, it is not good for the well-being of our country.
Really?
I just don't think so, because it's just lunatics, man.
Yeah.
Just really delusional stuff is being spread around in Big Orange country.
It's like a virus.
Like, they really think that that Hendon Hooker is going to lead them to the promised land with Josh Heupel.
Only time will tell, Adam. I mean, they look pretty good. I got to admit, Hendon Hooker had something like
that defense. He had atrocious, Clark.
Yeah, well,
I mean, Georgia. They will. The thing is, Clark, if we have to get in shootouts with folks this year, Georgia's built to get in shootouts with folks.
That is true.
And I trust our defense to get more stops. Definitely Tennessee's defense.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll be fine. We'll get to that. That's in another month or so.
Yeah.
Over a month or so.
I think these two teams, Tennessee and Florida, by the way, that score was 38-33. It's crazy ending. You should watch it if you've got some time.
What about Clark, Sunbelt Billy Napier not kicking the extra points,
why?
man? You get the onside kick and you get in the field goal position, field goal range, try field goal to send it to OT. I mean, did you see Billy Napier getting fired up and have to get held back?
Yes.
It was almost like one of these just wrestling skits, like pro wrestling, skits of where, they're trying to hold you back.
Yeah,
it was almost like it was a skit, like you got to hold me back, man. Hold me, or a high school fight. A high school fight when somebody really doesn't want to go throw a punch on somebody, but they want to act like they're getting held back. So he had his 4 assistant coaches, and the assistant coaches on there want to get some TV time holding back Sunbelt Billy. And it was just there was a lot of just theatrical, just stuff being displayed out there.
Adam, Sunbelt Billy. I got to type that down.
Oh yeah, I've heard that before. I can't say I originated that.
Well,
it has been. I've saw that before, but it is great. Everybody needs to use it.
Sunbelt Billy.
Sunbelt Billy. So anyway, yeah. I saw that and I was like, dang, old Billy, he's done cost his team 15 there, getting into the heat of the moment, not showing any composure.
Mm-hmm. So that game almost went to overtime. This game did go to overtime. Texas at Texas Tech. Texas Tech ended up winning 37-34. I think we both picked Texas. I could be.
Yeah, we did.
Texas Tech got upset.
Red Raiders, baby. Oh, over there in Lubbock. That's exciting for them, man. Big Joey McGuire, a Texas guy. Clark, a Texas guy. I think somebody who's really deep in the High School Football Coaches Association of Texas, and somebody who I think is going to be good over there in Lubbock, Clark.
All right.
I think good on him, man. Oh, Steve. Somebody needs to check on old Steve. Make sure he's okay. Just leave it at that. Just make sure Steve's okay. Just do a welfare check on old Steve Sarkeesian. And then Arch, look what you're getting into, man. Go be the hero.
Have at it.
Go be the hero. Okay.
Can we take a moment and just talk about Steve Sarkeesian's glasses? I do not like the style of sunglasses.
They look like a baseball player.
Yes,
exactly. Like a fighting necklace.
Right.
So,
I'm not a fan.
Yeah. It looked like he actually got them from the Circle K gas station for $5, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh gosh! All right, Texas A&M.
Okay.
Yeah, Arkansas not at Texas A&M. Arkansas versus Texas A&M in Jerry World. God, this was
this
crazy
really hurt
game.
me, man. Not really hurt me, but I just felt bad for the pit boss, man. You go up 14-0, humming, baby. About to go up. What was it? About to be 21?
Yeah, it's about to be
21-0 there, and I'm hoping that it was KJ Jefferson just taking a quarterback draw in his own hands to try to Superman over the pile and not a designed Superman from the 5.
Oh, yeah.
But why, Clark, would you try to do that?
From the 5-yard line.
Not on the inch line now, the 5-yard line.
Into a pile
anybody
of
and their brother. Anybody and their brother. I mean, Callie, my daughter, could have told you you're likely going to fumble the football when doing that. So, and good awareness by the Texas A&M DB to hand it off, man. I had flashbacks of David Pollock did that in Jacksonville. Kind of the same deal. And handed, I think it was Deshaun Jones in 03 against Florida, and we lost that football game, and they said it was a forward lateral, but it was clearly Pollock gave them the ball behind him.
Oh, yeah.
And anyway, that just gave me some flashbacks of that when that play happened.
Well, Arkansas, oh man, this hurts them as far as the record. I see. Once again, I got to get to 8 wins. I got to get to 9 wins to win $50.
Okay.
So that definitely hurts.
You need that
bit.
quick 50, Clark.
I do.
We'll see what happens with them, man. We'll see. Hey, they got a big one coming up next week.
Yeah. All right. One last game we had last week. USC 17, Oregon State 14. Adam, I almost got this upset. This was a close game.
You did, because I asked you, why did you pick the Beavers?
I don't know. Had a hunch, I guess. But
yeah.
Caleb Williams sneaks out of there alive.
You know, man, it's hard to go up to Corvallis, Oregon, and get a big Pac-12 after dark win. But the Trojans, this was a Pac-12 after dark game that I and my daughter Callie watched, and it was interesting, man. I really thought USC would put more points on the board, but hey, sometimes when you win, you go in the Pac-12, you got to have some defensive slugfest, man.
That's true.
So some good championship football being played by Southern California in the Pac-12.
Yeah.
For the Pac-12, of course.
For the Pac-12. Yes.
So,
I see.
I don't know. We'll see where they go, sure enough, though, in all seriousness. I don't know, man.
Oregon had a big win over Washington State.
Yeah, they did. That was good. Good Bo Nix. Good for Bo Nix.
Yes, good Bo Nix. Yeah. And then, man, another game we didn't pick, Kansas State at Oklahoma. Kansas State,
man.
Yeah, they beat the.
I mean, hey, man, you know, you're looking the playoff pictures. Just you're starting to get in the month of October is going to be very interesting to see what transpires. So.
Yeah, it's more
coming.
Sure. All right, last week's game of the week, we had Gustavus Adolphus. I said it right.
Attaboy.
I redeemed myself.
Good job.
The Golden Gusties at Concordia Moorhead Cobbers. Adam, the Concordia Cobbers got shucked. You see what I did there?
I like it.
Yes.
I like it.
I thought long and hard about whether or not I should say that, but they got shucked.
So we missed it.
Yeah, we did. All right, the Vegetables lost. Final score: Gustavus Adolphus 23, Concordia 6.
6 points. That is terrible. That is awful. 2 field goals are missed extra point. All right, we'll get them next week. Get them next time, man.
Oh man. This week's pick'em, here we go. Got some good games. Number 10, NC State at number 5, Clemson. Game day, 7:30, ABC. Adam, are you going with the upset this week? Look, we've given. I don't know if we've ever picked Clemson on this show to win.
Game day is going to be there?
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I tell you, Clark, I'm going to go with Clemson.
I am too, and
I hate it, man. I hate it, man. But in Death Valley, nighttime game, you know, they're kind of feeling it, Clark. Kind of feeling it a little bit, maybe, and getting a little revenge from what happened last year up in Raleigh. I think Clemson's going to win.
They do. NC State does have a good football team, but I'm with you, Adam. Maybe this is some reverse psychology.
Yeah, I like it.
Every time I pick Clemson to lose, they end up winning. Yeah. So here we go. I'm going to pick them to win. We'll see. Number 7, Kentucky. Man, they've been looking good at number 14, Ole Miss. 12 o'clock noon kickoff, ESPN.
Man.
This is a good game.
I like it, Clark. Who you going with? You pick that one first.
I think I'm going to stick with Ole Miss, home field advantage.
Yeah.
But I will say, if Kentucky can run the ball, I don't know where Chris Rodriguez is. Is that their back?
Yeah, I think he's coming back. Did he play last week?
I don't think he played last week, is what I heard.
Okay.
But if he's back, I like their chances. This is going to be a close game.
Chris Rodriguez. Yeah. Ooh, man.
I want to stick with Ole Miss, though. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe Jackson Dart. Give me Jackson Dart and the Fighting Lane Kiffins.
I think both of them were looking ahead to this game because both of them were, I think only one, correct me if I'm wrong, Clark, but Ole Miss only beat Tulsa by 8? And then Kentucky only beat Northern Illinois by 8. So I think two teams that are going to be in the, top, fighting for that 3rd, 4th best spot in the whole SEC. And I think it's going to be a game that's been circled on both schedules. I know for Kentucky for sure. I'm going to get to go to the Grove, but 12 o'clock kickoff, man. Give me Ole Miss too, Clark.
All right,
I think Ole Miss is going to win home field. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know much about these two teams, but we got number 9, Oklahoma State at number 16, Baylor, 3:30 Fox.
Hey, a replay of that the rematch of the Big 12 championship last year.
Yeah,
that was before the SEC championship. Wild ending there that Baylor won. Oklahoma State, maybe a little revenge game, you think, Clark? Not going to happen. Baylor's going to win at Baylor, at Waco, man. I expect that the Baylor Bears get that win.
Adam, I'm with you. Dave Aranda. That's all. Yep. That's literally the only person I know. And Mike Gundy. It's Dave Aranda versus Mike Gundy. Right. I'll go with Dave Aranda at home. Also, shout out to Tara and Keith, two of my good buddies out in Waco. They are Baylor fans. So I'm going with Baylor.
Good to hear there's some Baylor fans out there.
Yes. All right, number 2, Alabama at number 20, Arkansas, 3:30. Adam, this is going to be a very close game.
Do you really think it is?
I know everybody's probably saying no, Alabama's going to wax them. Give me the Hogs in a close.
Whoa,
game.
You're
I'm going with the upset, baby. Look,
outright.
I'm talking by 2 points. It's going to be something crazy, Adam.
Dang,
and I may be eating crow next week.
2 points. 2 points.
Give me 2
points.
2
the
points.
Hogs by 2, man. Ooh.
Look.
I wish. I hope.
That's what my heart says. And I'm going to go with my heart. I love the Hogs.
Dang it, boy.
We don't have to play them this year. At least not yet.
Hey.
So.
Clark, I'm telling you, man, they played them tough in Tuscaloosa last year, Clark. They played them tough in Tuscaloosa last year. Man, I think it all depends on how they bounce back from the heartbreak in Dallas this past Saturday.
True.
I think their line might could give Alabama some fits. Moves the ball a little bit, but Clark, that secondary and tackling was
it was
atrocious.
Bad.
That Mariota defense
that does concern
was
me.
not that good. I think they're going to get torched, Clark. Give me the Alabama Crimson Tide, 45, Arkansas, 21. 24, something like that. Yeah, I think it's
disrespecting the Hogs.
I hope I'm wrong. I really do hope I'm wrong. But that secondary is atrocious, man.
Yeah. I think Arkansas has the players, maybe not in the secondary, but at least front seven to manage and slow down and maybe pressure.
I hope I'm eating crow, man. But I really hope I'm eating crow.
You got to contain Bryce Young because he is going to kill you on the ground if you allow him to.
No, that's right. That's right.
We'll see. That's going to be a good game, I think. All right, LSU at Auburn, 7 o'clock ESPN. Adam, this is I just came up with this name for this game.
Okay.
It's called the Battle for the Bottom of the Barrel. And they need to have a barrel, and the loser needs to lick the bottom of the barrel. That's what needs to happen. Because this game,
where'd that come from?
I have no idea. I don't know. I feel like this is the game for last place in the SEC West.
Oh, boy, really?
Yeah, I mean,
you don't think it? I mean, Auburn
if LSU, if they lose this game. I think that sends them.
I agree with that. I agree with that. But I think after beating Mississippi State, their fourth quarter effort, getting them in Baton Rouge, man, I think this LSU team's got some talent, Clark. And I think LSU's going to beat them. LSU's going to beat them, and I think LSU could be. They might be third or fourth in the West.
We'll see.
I'm telling you, they might beat Ole Miss. They might beat Ole Miss. They might beat A&M. But yeah, I agree with you though, Clark. Things could derail if they lose to Auburn and Opelika, and Brian Harsin gets a little momentum building there after getting the doors blown off of them by Penn State. But I do think LSU wins this game by about 17 points, something like, I don't know, 34-17.
I think it's going to be a close game, but give me the Bayou Bengals as well. They did look a lot better, and Auburn looks horrible. They look so bad. And as a Georgia fan, I'm not complaining.
Right.
So.
That's right.
All right.
That beatdown's coming.
Yes. Game of the week, Adam. Here we go. Right here. We're going to Michigan. You ready for this one?
All right, give it to me.
We got the Albion Britons. I hope I said that right.
Britons.
Britain,
like the British.
Yes. At Kalamazoo Hornets. 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time kick. Adam, I got you a weather report this week.
Oh, did you? Okay, all right. Give it to me.
All right, so we got a high of 68 and a low of 46 with a 10% chance of precipitation.
Oh, man, you couldn't ask the good Lord for any better, Clark.
Yes.
I love it. Those fans are going to be blessed up there with that weather. Those players will, too. I like that.
As our old high school football coach used to say, God has blessed us.
God has blessed us. Yeah, that's right. That's
good
right.
weather.
Good weather. There we go.
That is football weather for sure.
I like it. Give me some fun facts.
All right, here we go.
Clubs,
Kalamazoo. This game is in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Yes.
Their tennis program, Adam, is unbelievable.
Really?
Listen to this. They hold, and I think I did the math right. They hold a streak of 78 consecutive conference championships.
78 consecutive conference championships.
Like they win it every year. And I don't care if you're playing competitive tic-tac-toe, Adam. That's impressive.
That is dang impressive, Clark. 78 years in a row. I can't even do the math going back that far, but I bet they were using some wooden rackets back then. Yeah. And that is you talk about a dynasty. That's a dang dynasty right there.
Yeah. The 78-year, this is according to their website, okay? The 78-year streak is the longest known conference championship streak in any sport, at any level, in the world.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Clark. I really don't think there is anything that can top that or touch that. So, hey, hats off to that Kalamazoo tennis program, man. Strong foundation over there. So good on them. Good on them.
Good on them. Yes.
Good on them.
Kalamazoo College's very first win in football happened in 1894, Adam. Guess who they beat?
I don't know. Army.
Kalamazoo YMCA.
You talk about padding the schedule, man. God, I wonder how many millions they had to pay the Kalamazoo YMCA to come to their turf.
Oh, my gosh.
Dang.
Oh, that's great. I laughed at that one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
All right, their quad on campus is home to a popular Kalamazoo college student tradition, streaking the squad.
What is up with these streaking these D3 colleges, Clark?
They got to stop.
That is just odd. That is odd. We don't need that.
I'm telling you, Northerners are different. It's a noisy late-night descent in the nude from the chapel down the hill and back to the top again. Tradition dictates, Adam, this is great, that students must touch the school sign before returning to the top in the nude. And apparently, Adam, there's a mass streak each year by the senior class during the daytime.
Like,
why?
I don't know. I really am. I am speechless on that. I really don't understand why you would want to do that, but I mean,
Kalamazoo sounds like an actual
tradition that needs to die.
Yes, put it to rest. Yeah.
Row 60 says, put it to rest, people. Put on some clothes. There's children, for crying out loud. There's children probably out there just roaming the campus, man, and you're out there running in the nude like a bunch of rabid animals. We can't have that on our collegiate campuses. There's already enough junk going on our collegiate campuses. We can't have traditional nude runs going on our college campuses in the United States of America, Clark.
Could you imagine being just a high school student going to tour Kalamazoo and just all of a sudden seeing 20 naked people? Oh, geez. All right. A notable alum from Kalamazoo, Ty Warner. He's the founder of Ty Inc., the famous toy company that makes babies.
Oh, yeah. I remember them Ty babies. Yeah. Been in the 90s. My wife loved old Ty baby back in the day. She had about 100 of them on her bed growing up, I believe, is what the story is.
That's good stuff.
Yep.
That's good stuff. So. All right, Adam, I got to show you a picture of their mascot.
Is it a Ty Beanie Baby?
It's not. Not quite. His name is Buzz.
Buzz, that's Adam. A great hornet. Hey, that antenna's a little lopsided on his left. We need to get them symmetrical. Yeah. We need to get the antennas more symmetrical for old Buzz, but I like that, man. Good, strong wings. Yeah. I love the grit in his teeth. That's just a gritty mascot right there. And I love grittiness out of my collegiate mascots, Clark. So I like that. That's good.
Hey, look at the size of the nose.
Fear in his eyes. Yeah, the size of the honker is amazing. I love good sized honkers on mascots right there, man. So that is a good one. Post it for the people. Thumbs up. Love a good thumbs up. That shows confidence, man. So,
yes.
Boom. That's exciting. That's good. Good for the Hornets.
And the Kalamazoo Hornets are 3-1 on the season, but they are undefeated at home.
All right. Good. All right.
So you got your Kalamazoo knowledge. Here we go with Albion. I think that's how you say it. Albion.
Okay.
Money.com ranks this college as the best liberal arts college in Michigan. So that's a good thing. Albion is a beautiful campus. There's a lot to do, including visiting the historic downtown area, visiting the local pizzeria, or playing a round of disc golf with a nice stogie.
Ah, man, that's class right there. Disc golf and a stogie.
That came from their website.
Okay, hey, I like that. I like that.
Notable.
I don't know what disc golf is, but a nice stogie I can get behind.
Notable alumni include Doug Parker. He's the CEO of American Airlines.
I'm a Delta guy, Clark.
I am too. So it's not off to a good start with Albion here. Yep. And Barbara Bush, she earned an honorary degree in 2005.
How about that?
So that's interesting. Very interesting.
Yep.
Their mascot, Adam, I think you're going to like this one. This guy's name is Britt the Briton. There he is.
That's a knight. That's a knight, Clark. That is a ripoff of Michigan State's mascot. That is Sparty's younger brother.
Yeah,
that is not original. I do not like him, Clark, because you need to get more original, man.
Yeah, that's true.
The people need to see this picture of him. They're going to say this is just a Sparty, the Michigan State Spartans mascot, in a different set of armor.
Yeah. Not impressed.
Nah.
Not impressed.
Nah.
Adam, here's the problem with Albion. Here's the major concern I have with them. They're not going to be focused on this football game. And here's the reason why. Okay. This Saturday, October 1st, the same day of the game, Albion is hosting an international Observe the Moon night on the roof of the Polinsky Hall. And there's going to be telescopes. God. There's going to be telescopes open for the community for viewing celestial objects. Now, what in the world are we doing?
On a football Saturday, people. Golly.
They're not focused, Adam.
No.
They'd rather stare at the sky. Give me the Kalamazoo Hornets stinging Albion in the butt.
I like it, Clark.
28-24.
I like it, Clark. I really, I'm not impressed with Albion and what they say. Even though the Kalamazoo folks go streaking, it looks like they're more loose and have more fun and don't take themselves as serious as the people at Albion at the fine liberal arts, institution there. I don't want to gaze at the moon, maybe. I want to watch football on a Saturday. Kalamazoo's mind's right, their head's right, their priorities are right. Give me the Kalamazoo Hornets, baby, and Buzz. Dang. 41-13. Baby.
Oh, okay. It's beat down. I love it, Adam. Oh, man. That's going to be a good one. I can't wait to see who wins that one, actually.
Love that. That's good. That's a good one, Clark. Yes. Thank you for getting that information for us.
That took a while.
Good weather up there, too. Right? Yeah.
All right, here we go. Number 1, Georgia at Missouri. Yes, sir, this Saturday, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Hey, if you're going to this one, let us know in the comments.
We need a concession stand report.
We do.
That or I'm going to review what I just eat watching the game here in County, Georgia. All right.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, Adam, I'll give you my score prediction.
Give it to us, baby. Give it to us, baby.
Here we go. Georgia 48, Missouri 10. I like the Dogs big in this game. We're going to get back to our normal playing style.
Yes, sir, baby. Yes, sir, baby. I love it, Clark. Hey, man, this is it. SEC slate is starting. Just 2 full months of conference games right now. Going back to defend our championship and go win the SEC championship. Yes. The first goal and everything is get to Atlanta, Clark. We done got one in Columbia, South Carolina. Let's go get one in Columbia, Missouri. Let's let those people get on the message board and say we need to fire Eli Drinkwitz tonight on Saturday night when they're going to be talking about that about midnight come Saturday, Clark. Hey, this is going to be a big game on the road, baby. National televised, 7:30 ESPN. The whole world's watching. Everybody's kind of talking about Georgia. Is there a little bit of a chink in the armor? Clark, tell them that armor is good to go. It is strong. It's ready to go, man. Going to be an exciting month. Georgia's going to win this football game. All assets of the game are going to be good. We're going to run the football, throw the football. Defense is going to be elite. They're going to get a garbage time touchdown, but that's all right. 45-7. Dogs on top, baby.